Let's find out a little bit more about kinetic energy. We take a mass, apply a force, and have it move through a distance d. The work done to this block will be a force times a distance, and they're parallel to each other. We have MAD equals the work. Acceleration is the change in velocity over the change in time. We can put the time under the d, which is the average. We can put the 2 on the bottom, out in front, and write 1/2. Now all we have to do is combine these terms. Now we can distribute the 1/2 m. This gives us 1/2 mv final squared minus 1/2 mv initial squared. Well, that's what we call the kinetic energy final. That's the kinetic energy initial. It is the energy of motion. When the block moves from here to here, the initial velocity will increase to the final velocity. The work done to this block by F is going to be the work. That work is now manifested in an increase in kinetic energy. So we can say that the work done to the block is the change in kinetic energy. Remember this now, kinetic energy equals 1/2 mv squared. Let's learn a little bit more about gravitational potential energy. Take a block on the floor. How hard would you have to lift to make it go up? It would have to just be equal to the weight of the object. If you only want to lift it, you got all day to lift it, it can go really slow. So you don't need anything extra. So if it goes up height h, the work done by you is F times h. The minimum F is going to be mg. And the work done by gravity would be negative mgh. When the block rises to this height, does it have the potential to do something? If I let go, it'll fall back down. So however much energy gravity took away, it's storing it as potential energy. So we say the potential energy at this height is equal to mgh. Because gravity has the potential to do that much work on its way down. Now this diagram assumes we're starting with a height 0 at the ground. But height 0 could be anywhere I want it to be. Then that would be the initial height. That would be the final height. Then we would say the change in potential energy is mg delta h. We can combine both ideas in the same problem. You could let a block slide down a frictionless incline, starting at height initial. Height 0 is the final. Your initial velocity is 0. We want to find the final velocity. We say the initial energy equals the final energy. What kind of energy does this object have? It has gravitational potential energy, no kinetic energy. The loss of this potential energy is being turned into kinetic energy. Now give it a try and see if you can find that final velocity. See if it's equal to what you would get using kinematics.